Hey guys, welcome back to my video. This is your girl Precious, and in today's video we're going to talk about my nursing experience. I had a few questions that people asked me and I wanted to address their questions. So if you see me looking down, that's because I'm reading the questions, okay? Alright, so one of the first questions that was asked to me: what was the hardest class in nursing school for me? I wouldn't say there was only one. For me, it was at least three. I would say A&P, med surge, and pharmacology. And I'm gonna tell you why. With med surge, it's more so about knowing how to do the procedures. Like they have like an order of how you're supposed to do things. And yeah, I don't know if my mind can remember everything, so. And then A&P, that's anatomy and physiology. That was just hard because you have to learn about the muscles, the bones, and how they function. It's so much. And then last but not least, pharmacology. Pharmacology, if I had to say out of those three, I would say it was the toughest. And only because at my school, we call it drug math. And whenever we had to do the drug math test, I think they give you 10 questions, you could only miss one. So you had to make a 90% or higher. And that alone will bring on stress. So that was really, really hard. And we did like practice tests and stuff like that in class. But baby, the anxiety goes through the roof when you're taking the real thing, because they will dock you on like the littlest stuff. Like you make the smallest error, it makes it wrong, which is true. So if, excuse me, if the answer is 1 milligram and you actually write 1 milliliter, yeah, that's considered wrong. So, and if you didn't make a 90 on your drug test, you get kicked out of the program. So like it was a lot of stress behind that. And I would say those were the 3 toughest for me. Okay. Question 2. Am I in assisted living or long-term care? I work at an ALF. Yeah, I'm just leaving it at that. I work at an ALF. And I'm sorry if I keep saying it's just something I do. Was nursing school hard overall? I would say for me, yes. When I went back to school, I was 35. I had just turned 35 and had been out of school, I want to say, for some time. And to go into that environment of younger kids in there trying to become the same thing as me, it wasn't that I ever felt like I couldn't do it. It was just I was of age and it was about remembering everything. But overall, nursing school was hard, so don't ever go in thinking that nursing school gonna be a breeze. It might be a breeze for some and then maybe not for others, but it is a tough program. Yeah. How long is the LPN program? I'm not sure what it is from state to state, but for me, it was 18 months and we had the summer off. And normally when you in school, in nursing school, they don't allow you to, not to come to class. Like that's part of the program. You have to come to class every single day unless like you're dire sick in the hospital or something. I can recall in my 18 months, I took 1 day off because I was extremely tired. Even though I wasn't working, that was the sacrifice. I did not work during nursing school. To each his own. Most people didn't. Maybe 2 people in our class did. 1 actually graduated because it's really, really tough. It's tough. But she pushed through and she finished. So our class originally started out with 33 yeah, 33 students. And by the time we graduated, I think we was down to 20, 18 or something like that. We had like, yeah, a lot of people flying. Okay, y'all, sorry my camera had stopped recording. I didn't know it, so let's finish up. The next question, how long have I been a nurse? I've been a nurse 5 years. December will make 6. Was the exit test hard? For me, yes. Honestly, after I finished taking my exit test, I just stood there. I'm sorry. I just sat there. I actually didn't know I had passed. I thought I didn't pass. I just sat there until my teacher came over and tapped me on my shoulder. She was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I really don't know if I passed or not. I'm over there almost in tears. And she said, yeah, you made I guess I forget what the score was, but I made right above it. And she was like, yes, you passed. And I was like, oh my God, I passed. So I ran out of the room, super. All right, sorry, y'all. My camera died again. So what I was saying was I was super excited when I found out I passed the test, the exit exam, and I ran out the room. All right, so next question. What resources did I use to study? I used a lot of YouTube, and I mean a lot. Because I felt like my teachers or instructors, whatever you want to call them, they were not teaching us, and YouTube came through. So this is one lady that we used to watch all the time. That was very helpful when it came to exams and tests. She only went over the most important stuff that you need to know for your exit, for just any test. It just seemed like in whatever the subject was, she had already covered. She's an RN, and if I find her channel, I will link it in the description. Okay. Oh, I also used the RN Saunders book. I did not use, and I actually got the RN Saunders book from Goodwill. I found a lot of my nursing books at Goodwill. And I did not use UWorld. I know a lot of individuals use that. They pay for it. I'm not knocking it. I just wasn't willing to pay because I didn't have the money. So, yeah, those were my tools. Oh, and we use ATI books. That's what I use to study and to pass tests. Next question. How much money did I start making as a new nurse? I started at my first job. I started 2 jobs a day apart. So my first job, I started at $19 an hour back in Florida. And then the second job, I started at $18 an hour. The $18 an hour, that was my part-time job. The other one was my full-time. So yeah, that's what I started at. Last question. What do you wish you would have known before going to nursing school? More so, it's not about the nursing school part that I wish I would have known. It's more so of what I was really getting into, this field, this medical field that I was getting into, and what it was about. It wasn't what I was thinking it was. I honestly went into this field to help and assist others that was ill, not doing well, whatever. But I found out differently once I got in this field. A lot of people are in it for the money. Understood, because you do have to pay your bills. However, there's a lot of people that's just, like I said, they're not in it for the right reason. So I wish I would have known that people weren't in it for the right reason. I wish I would have known that I would be getting beat up sometimes daily. It depends whether it's being spit at, getting kicked, punched, grabbed, whatever. I wish I would have known that. I wish I would have known that you don't have support. And what I mean by that is your managers or supervisors that's over you, they're not always helpful. They don't, a lot of times they don't have your back. Because a lot of times you will get disrespected by medical assistant. I'm sorry, not medical assistant, but med aides and CNAs. And when you report them, because at my particular job that I'm at now, we can't write them up. In past jobs, we could, but this job, whenever we report that somebody's being disrespectful, they're not doing what we ask, whatever, it goes nowhere. Nobody gets in trouble. Nobody gets written up, and yeah, it's just a waste of time. So I just wish that I would have known that. I wish I would have known it's a lot of drama and toxicity, and yeah, everything about nursing is not bad. However, I just wish I would have known. Because there are days where I don't want to do this anymore. There are a lot of days that I don't want to do this anymore. But more so, I think it's bedside, because there's other things that you can do as an LVN, LPN, in the medical field, and not have to, be put in any of those situations. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. If you want me to do more videos like this, leave me a comment in the description. Leave me a comment below. And until next time, guys, peace.